Minecraft is a game that inspires creativity and ingenuity while allowing the user to do whatever their heart can imagine. This game is the epitome of always improving. You can always get better the more you try new things and work through your struggles. This is something universal to every Minecraft playthrough, and this one is no exception. In this video, we will be trying to make it through 100 days of All the Mods 9. This mod pack adds many new items and mobs and creates many opportunities for a different way of playing Minecraft. Thank you for tuning in, and before we begin, consider hitting that subscribe button and check out the description for the link to the mod pack. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, day 1, let's get started. And like every Minecraft playthrough, we will start by getting wood. In this mod pack, there is a mod called Ultimine, and this lets you mine the entire tree in one go. This mod will be extremely useful throughout the playthrough and make mining much easier and quicker. Because this mod pack focuses more on the construction of new machines, it's not really cheating and just saves you some time. After the wood, it's useful to check out all the quests on the quest book. At the beginning of the game, many quests will be completed very fast, and collecting the rewards can give a really good kickstart to the pack. Once these quests have been collected, I made a crafting table, and I checked out my map to try and find a cool spot to go. The map actually seems to be glitched, so I didn't really know what to do with that, and I just took off anyway. I traveled around trying to find a place to live. I ended up finding a little house belonging to a modded villager and took over. This is going to be my house for the beginning, but don't worry, it will not be our permanent house. I found some pretty good loot in the chests that will be very nice for the beginning of the game, but nothing that was really worth much. I set my spawn point here and made some chests to store my items that I had now and store for further items as well. I also made a few quest advancements. I got a reward that didn't exist, but I actually got a really nice starting pickaxe from that. One of those achievements that I completed gave me a mega torch that stops mob spawning in an area around it, so I placed it in my house. After placing the torch, I dug a small mining tunnel near my house and I found a cave. After getting back, I completed an achievement that got me warp plates, which are super useful for traveling between two locations that I set the warp plates at. I ended day 1 by making a hammer that lets me double my ores, and then I went to bed. On day 2, I woke up, grabbed my warp plate shard, and left to explore. This mod pack has so much potential for loot in the wild, so this was the best step for me. I found what looked like a monument, and I think I recognize this spot from a mod I've played before. I placed my warp plate down to access the spot again easily, and then I went down into what turned out to be a dungeon. I broke in and began exploring. And the first path I went down had diamonds at the end, and when I used Ultimine, I discovered that there were 33 diamonds. This is an insane start to the mod and will for sure pay off very soon. I then found a few chests with some loot, but I realized I didn't have anywhere to put it all. So I took the warp plate home and put all of the loot back into my chests. My next goal was going to be to get a backpack. This required a few materials I didn't have, so I went back to the dungeon to see if I could find anything. I found a spawner and chest, but no luck with the materials I needed. I went back home, and this is what ended day 2. Day 3 began, and I needed to get the materials for a backpack. I set out to find some cows, but had no luck. I did find a pretty cool snake, though. I searched for a while, collecting materials as I passed them, and then I noticed a waystone. I immediately went over to collect it because waystones are super useful for traveling between many different points as you set up a travel network, which I will be doing. After collecting the waystone, I also completed the quest, which gave me another waystone, so I could start my traveling. And then I looked at my map and found a structure that looked good, so I went over to it. I broke in using Ultimine, and once inside, I quickly realized that I did not have enough space for all of the items that I had found here. Since I just got those waystones, I was able to set one up at the structure and come back after I got home for the day. I set the waystone down and made my journey back home. On my way home, a boss mob spawned and I killed it for some, well, decent loot. The skeleton behind it is not helping out here. I will kill that and then check out what it dropped because I have a full inventory. I need to drop something. Yeah. Huh. Not good. After killing the boss, I found some cows and I got some leather. Then after killing a zombie, I realized that you can actually use rotten flesh to make leather, so I stayed out at night to kill zombies and get the last piece. At the beginning of day 4, I made it home and I placed my other waystone. Then I finally made a backpack for exploring and I upgraded it with my iron and then gold so that I could have more storage. Once I had a good backpack, I decided to go back into the dungeon for some more loot. I was wandering around and found a chest that started moving, and I found out that it was actually a mimic. I killed it, and it gave me an artifact that sets enemies on fire when they hit me. I looted more and went back home to put everything away. Storage is a big issue for me currently with all of the random items I have been getting. So after putting all of my items I could into the chests, it was on to day 5. Day 5 was very boring and uneventful. I traveled to get some sand for some base projects that I had, and then I upgraded my furnaces, which took a lot of valuable resources, but is definitely worth it. I went to bed, and now it was day 6. On day 6, I had decided to go to the Nether, so I can get some items for a storage system that I wanted to create. I needed to find some obsidian, but lucky for me, I saw a lava pool while I was exploring earlier. I collected my obsidian for the portal, and then I went back home to build it. I put the blocks in and went into the Nether. And get that fun steel. Let's go. Finally, we made it to the Nether. When I spawned in, and there wasn't really anything too cool around me. I collected some quartz, and then after collecting this, I headed back home. Once I was home, I made a controller for the storage system, but I had no way to power it, so I temporarily added upgrades to my chests for some more storage, and this was the end to day 6. Day 7 started, and I decided to start an enchanting setup. I didn't have enough books to make a level 30 setup, so I went into the dungeon to break the bookshelves and complete my setup. This ended up being the end to day 7. I left the dungeon on day 8 and I stored all of my items. Nothing was incredibly valuable that we got, but it's always good to stock up. After storing everything, I created a coal generator for some power that I could send to my storage system and possibly to other machines. I placed it down and I put some coal in it so it could start running. Once it starts running, it builds up power inside it, and that power will be mainly used for my storage system until it becomes needed elsewhere. After the power was set up, I added the other parts onto my controller to finish off the storage system. I routed the power, and the system was close to being done, but didn't have any storage cards yet. These cards are hard to make at the beginning of the game, and I needed more materials, and this led us to day 9. Day 9, my goal was to finish my storage system and have it function properly. This required some materials, and I needed to go to the Nether. Once the materials had been gathered, I started making discs to get storage. I made myself a pretty big disc to start with, and I put it into the system. This ended us up with a functional storage system. This will be super big for the next parts of the playthrough, and will be able to be expanded on quite a bit, and will most likely be our end game. The rest of the day, I put the items from the chest into the storage system, and that finished off what we had left of day 9. On day 10, I turned on my shaders for a better visual experience, and then I went caving. In the cave, I found many ores and stuffed them all into my backpack. Not a lot of notable things happened on this day, but I was grinding down here all the way through day 11 as well. Day 11, when I was mining, I did run into a spawner and some chests. With this mod, I can pick up spawners with Silk Touch, so keeping these spawners here isn't super useful, and I just broke them and grabbed the items from the chest. Dude, these zombies are all over me right now. But I think it's a spawner, so we'll just go in there, I guess. There's 4. Okay. Yeah. That's easy. Nice XP. Oh, okay. I can loot the chest here. 2 of them. Pretty, not great. I'll still pick it up though. It's worth it. Just to have items, I guess, in my chest. Something, like, look at this cobblestone though. This cobblestone is red. Is it just bloody cobblestone? Wonder if that means anything. After getting these items, I went back home and ended the day. Day 12, I went into the Nether to try and find a way to get blazes. I spawned in and got attacked by a fire dog, but when I swung, I also hit a zombie pigman and almost died as they all chased me. Dude, no. This is not good. This is horrible. I am going to die. I did not mean to hit them, but they're still after me. This is not good at all. I can't. I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm gonna run. I'm getting low. Oh, I can sit here at the bridge. I'm gonna break this and then just kill them as they come towards me. Genius. Oh yeah. Too easy. That guy just fell off. That's crazy. They're just falling off. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more careful next time, probably. That was not fun at all. Almost done. Oh, he's just gonna run away? I was headed towards a structure I had found, but then I got attacked by a weird-looking Enderman, and, well, you can just see how that went. That was insane. What was that? Oh my god. What? No. How? What? That's so stupid. I was just... What? I killed it. That's so dumb. I hate this game. Oh my gosh. Day 13, I actually made it to the structure I wanted to get to, and I found a blaze spawner. This would be very nice, as I wouldn't have to go find a nether fortress anymore like I had been previously trying to do. Dude, this place is sick. I don't know. Oh, there's a chest. We're gonna grab that. More of this kind of useless loot, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, there's something decent. Like the items from Apotheosis with the green on them are pretty decent. Nothing here, I guess. I don't know. Let's just keep looking. It just seems like a mine shaft, but in the nether, so I don't know if that has anything different than what a normal mine shaft. I mean, there's those chests and the mine cart rails. I don't know. It kind of seems a little bit lame. We'll see though. Maybe there's other things I'm missing, but I think we'll go down. Okay, it looks really big. Seems like there's a lot of... Oh, the blaze spawner. That's insane. That is so good. We need that. I finished looking through the mine and didn't find much of anything valuable, except for more blaze spawners. The next day I went to find some ancient debris to make myself some netherite for better tools and armor. I ended up finding only 2 pieces, but that was all that I needed for a sight potion, which I will show you later. Ew, there's a little silverfish. Gross. Uh-oh. They're actually hitting me. Not cool. Oh, they set me on fire. What? That's not awesome. We didn't find any debris, which is dumb. I don't. I guess we'll just keep looking. We'll find it eventually, but wait a minute. There was one that there's two. I just passed those. I did not even notice. That is typical. Being dumb. But now we got two, so that's pretty sweet. I went back and put everything away, ending the day. At the beginning of day 15, I made an enrichment chamber, which doubles the ancient debris and makes 2 netherite scrap, therefore doubling my output for netherite. It does take a lot of power, though. There we go, we got a doubled netherite. That's sweet. That'll be really nice. Gonna make the scrap. There we go. There's our ingot. Let's go. Day 16 was a long one. I went out to explore to try and find a village. I ended up finding a tower and got some loot from Apotheosis. We just got some gem. I don't know what that is. And some more gems. Oh, this is an Apotheosis tower. That's what this is. Okay. So up at the top, we're gonna find probably a chest. Might be trapped. I think it's trapped. Break these. If you find one of these, break it. Yep, there we go. That TNT right there, totally blow you up. Not good for your run. Especially if you don't know. After the tower, I took off looking for a village in a boat. Okay, so we're looking for that village. We haven't really found anything, but, I mean, we're still looking, so not... Whoa, what is... Whoa. What is that? Oh, it's a ship. Okay, we're gonna go get that, probably? I don't know. We have our helmet that lets us breathe like underwater. So, well, not breathe, but yeah, we can be under here for quite a bit. So we're gonna get that. I don't know how many chests are usually on there. There's one. Not horrible loot. It's not. It's still basic chest loot, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. There's another chest right below me. Eat though. I think there might only be 2. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Once I looted the ship, I left to look some more and found what looked like a village. Dude, we finally found one. Let's go. Well, yeah, let's go to it. There's another thing there we can go to. There's a trader. We don't need to worry about him. But yeah, this looks like a village. There's also a tower. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know. But it's there. We're gonna look at the village though. We need villagers. That's what we're out here for, because we need to set up trading. That is not a villager. That is okay. There's a bunch of them. This is not a village. This is definitely not a village. We need to go. I don't think I can survive here. I don't think I can loot this. Turns out, it wasn't a village. I decided to head back while still looking for a village. I found a village and it was in a horrible spot on a mountain. I fell into the cave and I found a mimic. Oh, dude, this is a... Oh, that's a mimic. That is a mimic. We should definitely kill it. But, yep. Oh, creeper. Creeper? Oh, man. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Got another artifact, which I somehow already had equipped. I don't know how that works, but it did. I abducted a few villagers and then went back home. I am taking you home with me, little buddy. You're just a baby, though. I will do totally normal things and not put you into a box. On day 18, I put the villagers into an incubator, which is very nice from Easy Villagers. Nice. This is going to be super easy. Just throw the babies in here and they'll grow up, so I don't have to have them wandering around. It makes it nice. Extremely nice. Easy Villagers is really good, though. And then I went into the Nether to get some blaze rods. These blaze rods will be used for the sight potions that I will be making, that I mentioned earlier. I got those blaze rods. Well, no, we don't. We got the challenge for killing blazes, okay. I finally made some sight potions, and then I turned them into charms to make mining super easy. I also demonstrated how easy these charms make mining for diamonds, and these can be used for any item that I put. On day 20, I went into the Nether to find some ancient debris and make a Nethersite charm. There it is. Easy. This is a lot easier than last time. I'll take that and make that charm, and then this will become even easier than that one was. Once I got this debris, I made myself the charm, and this ended day 20. Day 21, I went into the Nether to look for a bastion. I ended up finding another fortress, and I went through and looted everything, but didn't get what I needed, which was a netherite smithing template for my tools and armor. Unfortunately for me, the recording from day 22 to 25 got corrupted, and nothing could be shown for this day. I looked all of day 22 and 23 for a bastion, but couldn't find it. I ended up getting lucky and finding a bastion on day 24 and getting a crafting template, and then went mining for diamonds and netherite on day 25 to make myself a netherite pickaxe. Day 26, I decided it was finally time to move out and build a new house. I took all the way through day 30 to build my house, and this was a huge process. I feel like I did pretty well with the design for now, and I will be expanding on it as the playthrough goes on, so I think it's pretty alright. Day 31, I made a breeder and a couple incubators so I could improve my villagers and have more trades and books to outfit my armor. Once the villagers were all set up, I wanted to set up a mob farm to get some random items and experience. I planned on doing this with mob grinding utils, and I got started by making the base of where my little farm would be. Day 33, I got my chicken feed and went out to find a chicken, which proved to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. I ended up finding one hanging around with some ducks and gave it the feed. It exploded and dropped the egg that I needed, so I headed back. On day 34, I finally finished my mob farm and got it running. This farm would be pretty useful in the early game, giving me items and experience. Day 35, I went to the Nether and fought some blazes to get some blaze rods. I will be using these in the future for some Eyes of Ender and some tomes for enchanting my armor. Day 36, I got a converter for my villagers to get better deals. Then the rest of 36, and then also 37, I worked on getting good enchantments for my villagers to enchant my armor and tools some more. Day 38 and 39, I used my Eyes of Ender to find my way to the stronghold. The Eyes of Ender had problems a lot, and at one point had me going the complete opposite direction, but eventually they started to lead me in one direction where the stronghold was. Day 40 marked the day I found the stronghold and entered into it. It ended up being sad because I lost my dog I had just found. But that's not too bad. No. But, what? I didn't even get to name him? What the... Oh, this game sucks. I hate it. Can't play anymore. All done. My mini-map made it really easy to find where the portal was, so I went to it and placed myself a waystone I had made for this spot. Then I hopped into the portal. So, what happened to my pearl? That was weird. And I'm one short. That's stupid. Once I made it into the portal, I approached the middle building, and this happened. I think that the dragon's not in yet, either. I wonder if it has a spawn in. It might have oh, yep, something's going on here. I can't stop it from spawning. That would be funny. But it, whoa. Okay, it's got a whole scene going on. This looks sick. I really like this. It would be nice if this was what the real end was like. Especially with how bland it is. Once I destroyed the crystals, I camped up in one of the towers and shot at the dragon from far away. This was a slow process, but eventually the dragon had been defeated. During day 42, I made myself a new storage disk for my system so I could have more items. This was a huge improvement to what I had and is super important for progress. Day 43 started the process of finding an ancient city. Finding this for the first time without a structure compass is incredibly hard, and I took 4 days getting myself all the way up to 46 before I even entered the ancient city. Uh-oh. That is not a good sign. I'm not equipped for this, I don't think. But I have... Okay. I have an idea. Since I have a waystone, I could totally do this by placing it and shooting him and then going back and forth. Because I think he keeps his health. Oh no. No, I don't like this. Nope, stop, please. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Spawned a Warden and took advantage of him being stuck and me being able to teleport back to kill him. If I die, no big deal. He's definitely gonna kill me. Okay. He's doing so much damage, this is insane. And this is with good armor. Well, we're just gonna go back. I mean, it's literally right next to my waystone, so no big deal. It seems he might be glitched, or he can't process it fast enough that I'm here. Well, that was easy. Once the Warden was killed, I got a few pieces of all the Maudium, which is going to be one of the main resources that I will need for progression. But luckily, after the first piece, I will be able to access a dimension that is dedicated to mining. Day 49, I processed my Aldamodium and made a charm for it. Once this was completed, I made a teleport pad to unlock the mining dimension and went into it. In this dimension, I can go through multiple layers and be able to mine the ores that would normally be found within those layers. This dimension, paired with the charm of whatever ore I need, makes a super useful and easy way to get all the items that I need. Day 50, I realized I needed another smithing upgrade to get my tools to Aldamodium. This upgrade can be found in clay blocks around the ancient city with a brush. Something happened with the collection of this upgrade, and somehow the block ended up breaking in a way that it shouldn't have, so I ended up giving myself an upgrade because of this. I don't feel like this is cheating, but let me know in the comments if I actually just made a mistake and it was really supposed to do that and I'm just dumb. Day 51 and 52, I collected some ancient debris to duplicate my smithing template and make myself my first Aldamodium tool. Day 53 through 55 were spent getting villager trades for a specific hoe I wanted to make. This hoe will be Aldamodium and therefore will be unbreakable, and there's an enchantment that makes it able to bone meal crops. So this paired together allows me to have an infinite amount of a crop that can be bone mealed. Day 56, I made an Aldamodium hoe for the mentioned trick and put the enchantments on it. When combining this hoe with an auto clicker, I can get insane amounts of the crop extremely fast and easy. Day 57 and 58, I got some netherite so I could upgrade my armor on day 59 to Aldamodium. Once I finally had my new armor, I felt ready to go and take on the Wither. I was probably way too over-equipped because this ended up being an extremely easy fight and I barely took any damage, if I took any at all. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. I think I'm really overpowered for this right now. Yeah. Wow, that was easy. Day 61 and 62, I started building a mob farm that will take advantage of a mod called Apotheosis. And I can take a spawner and put any spawn egg in it and use certain materials to make it work insanely fast by upgrading it. Day 63, I created a structure compass and used it to go to an ocean monument for some materials. Once I made it there, I defeated the Elder Guardian and got some shards for my spawner. Dude, no way, here's an Elder Guardian. I'm gonna kill it and get whatever it drops. I don't think it drops anything cool, but we'll get it. There we go. Day 64, I used some materials to make myself a jetpack, but I don't have the power system for this yet, so I couldn't really use it. Once I can charge it, I'll basically be able to have creative flight, but I need power. Day 65 was very boring and I just farmed some blaze rods. Day 66 through 70 was spent getting more villagers that would be useful for making OP weapons and some decent gear. This was a very tedious process, but eventually I ended up with a decent sword that got me a lot of experience. Day 71 all the way through 75, I did some base building to expand on my base and create a space for power generation. Day 76, I finally got myself some unobtainium. My goal by the end of 100 days is to fully complete the tier 1 basic quests, and with this, I'm getting very close. Once I got the unobtainium, I left to the bastion I found earlier to get a vibranium smithing template. This would be the next step to upgrading my tools and armor to become invincible. Day 79 and 80 were the first times I explored the other dimension. Normally flight would be disabled in this dimension, but I enabled it in the configuration files because the places you need to go are insanely far away and it's very tedious and boring, and I figured you guys didn't want that. Day 81, I made myself the vibranium armor and tools, finally giving myself more of an advantage for the enemies I might come up against. During the next 2 days, I got into the mod called Apotheosis. This is the same mod for the spawners, but this time I used it for upgrading my tools and armor to have some crazy stat boosts. After upgrading my gear and making myself an axe that takes a percentage of health off of an enemy, I went into the other dimension to kill a piglich and obtain a data model. The data model from hostile neural networks will be very nice to help me obtain piglich hearts without having to manually kill them, along with any other mob that I choose to put into it. Dude, these are the pigliches that I was needing for the system, but I'm gonna kill these and then get the hearts, and I'm gonna also use the cool whatever you call it to get more hearts. For the next 5 days, I improved the layout of the base and adjusted my power generation for a much larger amount to be produced and fuel my future builds. The way I did this was with a little auto-crafting setup I created on one side of my base that auto-crafted all of the parts that I needed. During day 91, I went to the Twilight Forest to get one step closer to finishing the first section of the game. I also made an upgrade to make my storage remote work in all dimensions. Day 92 through 94, I went into the other to get an unobtainium template. My game kept crashing constantly with all the spawners, and eventually I just couldn't even play, so I warped out and cheated in an unobtainium template. To anyone that has a lower NPC, I would recommend avoiding this area unless you can get a digital miner to get the spawners and break them, or else the game would just crash from the amount of mobs being spawned in. After making myself unobtainium tools and armor, I traveled around to find some bees for some honeycomb. I got it and made myself a beehive, leaving one more item in section 1. Day 96, I traveled to a warm ocean ruin to look for a sniffer egg. After some brushing, I finally found the egg and finished part 1. This was the end to my challenge, so I made myself another challenge. This challenge was to defeat the Netherite Monstrosity. Day 97 and 98 I spent preparing for my fight with the Netherite Monstrosity. Approaching the end of my 100 days, I finally entered the Nether to fight the Netherite Monstrosity. This fight gave me a ton of trouble and ended up being an incredible fight. Dude, this is insane. This fight is actually so hard. I'm not even doing any damage. I can't do anything. I just have to keep losing my totems. What the heck? I can't do this. Well, I guess the totems are saving me here, and I have a lot, so we'll keep going. But oh my gosh, I'm struggling to do damage here. This is gonna take me an hour. Unfortunately, my game kind of just stopped recording, and this is all we got to see, but this just went on until I killed it. The day has come where the challenge is finally over. This 100 days was filled with so much adventure and new technology, and I learned so many new things about mods and how to build insane farms. I appreciate the time that I've spent in this world, and I am excited to continue making videos like this one and possibly continuing this world for another 100 days. We are at the end of the video, and I would like to give a massive thank you to anyone that watched this. This is the first video I created with so much time and thought, and I am excited to be able to show it off to you all. I never realized how much time really goes into 100 days of Minecraft, but it really makes me appreciate all the YouTubers out there that put this content on the platform and inspired me to try it out on my own. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more as I progress in making better, more interesting videos, consider subscribing, liking the video, and leaving comments about what you would like to see me do better or something you liked. It doesn't cost you anything and could really help me out, as I am a new YouTuber that enjoys making this content and want to improve to make the best content possible. Again, thank you for being here, and I hope everyone here has an awesome day or night. Bye now.